Hello, 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 Confidence Through Cabaret community. How you guys doing? So first of all, happy Friday. I'm just kind of stalling for a second, just making sure that I haven't done something crazy um, with the live, just making sure that this is going on. Okay, I can't see us yet. Hang on 2 seconds. I know this is so annoying. Okay, Confidence Through Cabaret is live. That's on the Facebook page. Are we live in the community? I hope so. I wanted to jump on here. I feel like I missed you guys so much this week. I just haven't been. I just haven't. I've been distracted, and part of that is because okay, here we go. I can see this now. That's amazing. I just wanted to make sure it was alive in the community because this is it's so important to me in this community. So I've been so distracted this week because, well, partly because I procrastinated with finishing my costume for my two performances last night in a live cabaret after so long. And I I think I was going through like a denial, like, well, maybe this won't happen. Maybe something will come, some sort of intervention will happen, and then I won't be able to go on or something like that. I don't know. I don't know why I was procrastinating and thinking maybe this won't actually happen because I wanted to perform, right? Like I accepted the gig. I wanted to be in a show with Ryan Francis. Those of you who remember Ryan, or we haven't seen Ryan live for a little while in the community, but I, I wanted to be back in that kind of environment, and yet at the same time, fear was kind of going, well, maybe it won't really happen. Maybe you won't really have to go on stage. Maybe. And I had to really have a conversation with myself about what that was about. And a lot of it is about stage fright. And that's just a normal thing, which everybody's going to feel. And you're going to feel some nerves and so on. I'll come back to that. But, I also, um, I, I needed to be honest about not feeling good in my own body and not feeling like I'm not in the shape, I'm not the size that I was before. I don't have the strength, I don't even have the flexibility, which is definitely my go-to thing. So some of the floor work, doing drop splits and some of the strength moves, I wouldn't be able to do those. And people are going to see that my body isn't how it was, my clothes don't fit how comfortably they were. And so I needed to do full costumes, brand new costumes for everything, and I wanted that, and yet I was holding myself back. And I think a lot of us do this. We say we want to have a podcast, or we say we want to develop confidence online, and then we don't do anything about it, or we come up with all the reasons why we don't have to, or why we don't need it, and then we let ourselves down and we miss out on those experiences and opportunities. So I have just been live with Jennifer Sullivan and her group, and she'll be live in ours very soon. And I was talking about my experience of cabaret, and I thought, you know what, I need to come on here and share this with you guys about that whole vulnerability. And I'm not a hypocrite. I absolutely needed to get my head around owning and accepting my body as it is now, even though I would like to make some changes and I'm going to have to put in the work to make those changes. I still need to accept my body now. I do not need permission from other people. And that's the thing. There's a big part of this is, what will people think, and how's it going to look, and how am I going to feel? And most of that's imagined anyway, because people aren't really thinking or seeing those things the way we do about ourselves. We're much more self-critical. So I had to let go of some of that self-criticism, and I had to accept where I am, and I had to really get into that mindset. And there is actually a mindset masterclass on confidencethroughcabaret.com, which you should check out. But I had to get real with myself, and it was almost getting too late to make a costume. I will post the videos. I'm still waiting for like the images and everybody sharing them, because obviously when you're on stage, you're not have control over the cameras. But that the information is starting to come in, and then I will absolutely share it because I'm so proud and excited. I also was freestyling for the first time, which was exciting. If you're here with us live, say hello. If you're in the uh, I don't know, watch. I don't have any words today. If you're watching this later, then let me know. But replay, that's what I was thinking of. But I just I was free. I decided that I wanted to freestyle. I knew my costume, I knew my character. Obviously, I knew my music. I'd chosen that. I did a whole series on that about 2 weeks ago around creating a cabaret act and how that relates to personal life, work life, and stage life. So do check those things out. But I'd chosen my music, I'd created my character, I'd gotten some flow, and I decided that I just wanted to be in the character and see where that takes me. And it was so much fun to be able to do that. And I think I would definitely do that again. But it is more scary than having definite steps and choreography that you do. And it is a lot more, you're completely uncertain about where it's going to go. Are you going to remember? Were there things that you wanted to do? Were there points that you wanted to hit? So I made it a lot more stressful for myself, but it paid off, and I think even if it had gone, I don't know how it could have gone wrong, but even if it hadn't gone how I wanted it to, um, it was. I can't deny it was a lot of fun, and I think that's the thing. If you're wanting to start a podcast, or you're wanting to, apply for a promotion in your existing team or business, then we always look at the negative side, and I know we have negativity bias built into us, but learning to get into that mindset, learning to overcome those things, learning to really, follow your passions is such an important part of experiencing our life. So um, I wanted to be vulnerable in my act. I wanted to talk about the rules. So I did two acts. I did one of them, which was about all being sweet and suburbia and all the rules and how we're gonna, live in the suburbs and raise children, and it's all gonna be wonderful. And then it's not. And so I'm calling it Valley of the Dolls because it was very pill taking and all the things that you get up to on your own, and feeling into our body. And the second act is called Mommy Complex, and that's because a lot of times we again have rules which are about how we're supposed to behave as mothers, or what our body is for, or how we move through the world. So there's certain the parts of us that are meant for function and for reproduction and so on, and I get that. But then we get older and we're not reproducing, and then what if we don't experience pleasure, if we don't enjoy our body, if we don't take up space, if we don't share our message in a way where we're raising our voice, then what is all this for? So I made a full body size, it went from my neck all the way to the floor, large vagina, which you'll see on the video when I get the video and the images. I'll post them, and I just kind of played on that whole kind of theme of just kind of questioning that mommy complex of, we don't have to follow those rules. We don't have to be mommies in a certain way, or wives in a certain way, or partners in a certain way, or whatever it is. It's about creating our own space and taking ownership of that. And I had some costume pieces. I wasn't sure if I was going to take them off. I wasn't sure what I was going to do because it's a burlesque act. But I get to own my own body. And because I hadn't choreographed it, I got to decide if I did that or not. And it was fucking fierce. Sorry. It was filthy, and it was fabulous, and it was fun. And, if you can remember that your audience, the people that are watching you, wherever that is, or listening to you, if it's a podcast or if it's on Clubhouse, wherever that is, or if it's a meeting in your team, that your voice matters, your message matters, and that you do not need permission to stand up and own that. So I decided after my live with Anna MP last week, which you'll see somewhere in the community here, I decided that I was going to uh, view my fear as excitement. And every time I felt the fear, I was like, this is excitement. It's the same feeling in our body, right? It's a bit like being on a roller coaster, right? You're terrified and excited at the same time. And I chose to really channel and focus on that excitement. And it worked beautifully. I felt excitement, and instead of nerves, I felt flutters, I felt shakes, I felt all kinds of things as nerves, but not nerves that stop us, nerves that are about excitement and desire and wanting to share and wanting others to enjoy my performance. And so that's what I did. And it was fabulous. I was joined by a drag king called Isaac Dix, actually, who was amazing and fun and stunning as always, and an amazing singer and burlesque performer called Mariana Trench, and they were just gorgeous. So I felt a little bit of pressure to kind of go, okay, I've got to do my thing and I got to follow that. And I didn't compare. I didn't, because I was seeing this excitement. I didn't go, I can't do that after that. Because they did something amazing. How am I going to follow? I just went, that was amazing, and I'm next. And I cut out that imposter voice. And it's not easy, but if you keep your passion alive, it's easy to follow that path. How is it going to work? You find out on the journey. We keep saying that. Uh, did I appear how I wanted to? Yes. Would I have rather had my 2019 body? Yes, but it didn't matter. It didn't matter at all. And you know, there are still some things I would want to work out in the act, but it's perfectly imperfect as it is. I was also joined by the amazing Ryan Francis, who sang an original piece, and also a piece by Animand, which was a lot of fun. And we just had a great night. We just had a couple of hours of just wonderful performing and great audience. And that's the thing. Remember that your audience is willing you to do well. They want to see a great performance. They want to see you succeed. And if you have people in your life who do not want you to, then you need to address that. And you need to instill your boundaries, and you need to, or maybe you need to let those relationships go. I mean, I don't want to, tell you what to do with it, but I would say examine those relationships and think about your boundaries and how is it serving you, and how is it serving the other person as well. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. It went so well. Thank you for all the love and the messages and the "you're going to be great" and the "how did it go?" And I so truly appreciate it. And I'm quite emotional about how much support I've had from this community and from everybody connected with Confidence through Cabaret. So thank you so much, and I will post the pictures and the videos as I can. Mwah. Have a great weekend. And remember that it is your body, it is your world, and it is your stage. Own your space, do your thing, and enjoy. Bye.